relate to Eric, the character you played?
There's something. He's quite driven, and I guess I am quite as well. He's quite ambitious, dissatisfied with the world around him. That's kind of a little bit like I am.
And how difficult was it for you to play him, this character, like with all his weird, complex traits he got?
It was really hard. I was so nervous before I started shooting, and then as soon as we started shooting, something started to happen. And it made it a lot easier. But trying to think about it and trying to understand it before I was on the set was really hard.
Can you imagine to live this kind of life, like not caring about anything?
I mean, he kind of does. He cares. He just doesn't care about anything that anybody else cares about. Like he cares about something, but it's a kind of like mystical idea. But yeah, I mean, I wish he almost cares too much. That's what his problem is. Like, and I can kind of relate to that. I care too much about what other people think. I'm going to end up in therapy.
Eric is pretty much into women.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Like, can you imagine to like play around with those amount of women all the time, like Eric?
In one day? I don't think I could do it in one day. I'm not that. Yeah, not. I don't have that energy. But, yeah, no, I don't think so.
And how did you deal with the sex scenes you had to do in the movie? Like, were they was like embarrassing for you or fun?
The scene, it's not really a sex scene, but during the prostate examination scene, just before the other actress in it, I was sitting on the chair in the limousine, and I was really self-conscious. I don't really work out and stuff, and the guy was like, "It's really cute. You don't have a belly button. You can't see it." That's like, thanks for doing that when I have my shirt off, and when I have to pretend to have someone's finger up my ass. It's a little embarrassing.
Okay, and can you try to describe which status women have in your personal life? Like, or not so much?
I don't know. Pretty much the same status men do. Like,
Which is it?
like, it's just, I don't know. That's a hard question. I mean, I grew up with a bunch of I have two sisters and stuff, and they're all, and my mum, they're all pretty strong women, so it makes a big difference growing up being the youngest and having older sisters and stuff. Yeah, I don't really know how it's really affected me though.
Kristen Stewart plays the role of Snow White, like the fairest of all.
Uh-huh.
What do you think? Can you describe her beauty? Like, is she the fairest to you too?
Yes.
Yes. And like, do you also like, because the two of you, you're in the same business. She is successful with her movies, you too. But do you feel some kind of envy between two of you? Is that even a topic, or is it?
No. I mean, it's really nice. Like, since the beginning of doing the Twilight movies, everyone, like every movie that comes out that you do outside of the series, because it was so unexpectedly successful, we're all judged, like me, Taylor and Kristen, judged so hard. Everyone's like, "Oh, is it going to make as much money?" And it's just like, you know, we're all like pretty young people, and I think everyone, like, you know, everyone's just trying to figure out how to do something good. But yeah, it's not really much jealousy. Anyone who does anything successful out of it, I mean, everybody involved with, I'm really good friends with. So like, I like seeing them succeed.
You once said that you would like to get into more serious like characters. Is that true?
I mean, I've tried to make everything I do. I take everything I do really seriously. It's just how everyone interprets it. Like, I mean, for some reason, everyone's like, this is a big turning point, and I'm like, okay. I mean, like, I always think I like everything I do, and I work just as hard on it. But you can never predict how it's gonna happen. I mean, like, the world is so random that I could have done this, and it could have been just as likely that every single journalist is saying, like, so this is just like Edward. You're playing the same part. Like, I mean, that, you know, I have no idea how people are gonna interpret it ever. So I just try and sort of ignore it.
So it's not like you're trying to put away all the Twilight teenage kind of
Yeah,
roles.
no, not really. I mean, it's, you know, like the majority of the people who go to the cinema now are really young. I mean, there's not as many people, there's not as many adults who go. So you've kind of got to think about that audience, but at the same time, like, if you just keep doing what you find interesting, then you're going to be happy. If you're trying to chase audiences and trying to chase money and stuff, you're going to not be happy afterwards. So, yeah.